Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Christiana, and welcome to day 8 of my 30 days challenge. A challenge to call everyone to join in Hurricane Harvey Relief Efforts. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late tonight. I had to go somewhere but of course, as you all know, no matter what time, I'm still gonna get online and do my video to put out the information that I have for you today. So to get started today, I want to talk about, it's a little bit dark. I want it a little bit brighter. Okay. To get started tonight, I want to talk about who do you know in Houston or in the Hurricane Harvey affected area. So, I was talking to a friend of mine today, and while talking to him at work, I realized that if we all look at the 3 people in our circle, we will realize that at least 1 or 2 of the people within our circle of 3 know someone that is affected by Hurricane Harvey. So I told him that, tonight I'm going to put this challenge. I'm going to challenge everyone to actually look around, look through your phone and tag everyone that you know that lives in Houston or knows anyone that has been affected by Hurricane Harvey. So that is a challenge for tonight. If you can do that, and once you tag them, please tag me. I want you to tag me as well so I can know how this is going. I really don't know how it's going to work out, but if you tag someone and then tag me, so that way I know, I can see that, okay, this person and that is affected or how many people that you know. So we'll see how it works out. But I just want to see if this is true because we were talking and he was talking to me about so many people that he actually knew in the Houston, Texas area. And I was wondering, okay, I know a few people there as well. So we want to see how many people that we know that has been affected and what we were doing to actually help them in our own way. All right. That is one of my challenges for today. Okay. I have a whole bunch of good news today, and the good news is basically most of you probably already heard of it. There's a lot of good news going on in the news, especially looking at the shelter and what is going on in Houston, Texas, how the recovery is going on, especially since we have another hurricane, which is now Category 5 coming up really, really fast. So people like me, myself, in the East Coast area, we are really worried, getting ourselves prepared for the hurricane. Some already leaving, basically trying to evacuate their family members, especially people in the Florida areas. So we all know that, but at the same time, I try not to lose sight of the fact that we still have over 32,000 people at the shelter currently in Houston, Texas. So, which is now a concern, not just to the government officials of Houston, but to every one of us as a United Nations called American. So it is your responsibility and my responsibility, as well as everybody else, basically to find ways to make the life of these people at the shelter a little bit more bearable and be able to deal with the situation they found themselves in. All right. Okay. Some of the good news that I want to talk about is that the fact that they are actually quickly, speeding up the recovery process in Houston, Texas, which is a good thing because that mean they can basically get back to their way of life really fast. Yeah, maybe faster than expected compared to what happened in Louisiana a few years ago. So this is gonna help. The government officials is doing all they can to help bring the economy back to normal, bring the people's life back to normal. We know how challenging that would be. In addition, want to say thank you to the Mexican government official, because they actually sent a lot of volunteers to Houston, Texas, to all the shelters to help out. So thank you for the Mexico government official for doing that. And another thing is that although the improvement, the speeding up of recovery going on, now they have like most of the oil refineries, the pipeline and the shipping channels in the energy centers now basically gradually returning to operation, which is really good. That means we can actually have cars on the road, you know, transportations for people as the road dries back and forth, and of course gas for people that want to actually get to work, because right now it looks like about 6.6 million residents in Texas actually preparing to get back to work, if some of them already start working already. So yes, which is a good news, a great news actually, because the quicker people get back to work, the quicker they can get back to their life, the quicker they can help support themselves and their family. So that is critical. And the quicker they can help, you know, rebuild the economy of Houston and its surrounding area. So that is a great news. Let me see. And of course, out of the 6.6 million people that were, you know, that are going back to work, some are actually going back to repair their homes, you know, to start their life all over again. So that's a great news. Another thing is that large organizations, university, and the transit services are actually they are reopening. So they reopen their business, which is good for the economy. So I'm really talking about the good news. What is going on means all this chaos and all these devastations that we're still seeing on the ground. There is still good things going on. And all these good things cannot happen without thousands of people on the ground, thousands of people helping with the relief efforts on the ground. And I want to say big thank you to the military, because they have actually helped rescue over 6,000 people. I was reading one of the Army Reserve headlines today, and that is a big achievement. So, you know, they rescued over 6,000 people, or over 300 pets, not just dogs, but pets. So that's a lot. So thank you for all the military, for all you do. I know Fort Bragg here has deployed a lot of soldiers down there to help with the relief effort, and so is other organizations all around United States. This is what we got. This is why we are called United States. We come together in time like this to rebuild our nations. And I want to say big thank you to all the people on the ground, all the police officers, firefighters that are volunteered their time to be on the ground to help out. And also for individual families that have traveled down, that have actually went down to the shelter to help out and to volunteer their times. Big thank you to you as well. All right, on my Facebook page tonight, I posted information about the new announcement that comes from the White House. They released the listings of organizations. Thank you. Hi, Dolly. Thank you for watching. They've released listings of organizations that's going to be actually benefiting from the President $1 million donations towards Hurricane Harvey Relief Effort. And I posted the listing of organizations. In case you have not seen it, you have not been to my Facebook page, let me mention some of these organizations. Of course, the Red Cross. The Red Cross will be getting $300,000 out of the big $1 million. We have the Reach Out Americans getting $100,000. We have Salvation Army getting $300,000. And of course, we have Samaritan Purse I need to research more about Samaritan because this is my first time hearing about that organization. Of course, all these non-profit organizations that support relief efforts, and Samaritan Post is getting $100,000 as well. So, but the rest of the money was basically broken down, $25,000 each for about 8 other organizations. So you can see all this listing on my Facebook page. That's a good information to actually see how Commander-in-Chief is helping all these nonprofit that are actually on the ground making things happen. So, and just want to share that with you. Let's see. Oh, another good news today is that as of today, Wednesday the 6th, the government, basically the White House, the White House actually signed a recovery bill package, which is 7.9 billion recovery packages. So they approved it today. So that's a good news. So what that money basically, who donated that money? Where is that money coming from? All right, there's a breakdown of it. It's like FEMA is contributing the recovery cost of $7.4 billion coming from FEMA. So, and then we have $450,000 coming from small business administrations. So, of course, in form of loans. So that's it. Those the big $7.9 billion. That is where it's going to be coming from towards the recovery effort. So a lot of people are actually making impact. You know, that money at least will make a big dent out of the $200 billion that says damages that Hurricane Harvey has caused over the last few weeks. So those are the great news that I have. So let me give you a little bit of update on the shelters. Okay. As you have seen over this week, I've posted several shelters, listing of shelters and how you can actually go visit them and the address, what they accept and what they don't accept. I've posted it on my Facebook page. If you have not seen it, please go to my Facebook page, just scroll down, you're going to see it. I believe that was episode 5, 5 or 6. So go look at that. And today, right now, we have about 32,202 people still at the shelters. So that's a big improvement. A lot of people are returning home. And of course, we have about 1,462 people still on military card. I don't know if you some of you probably know what a military card looks like. So still line up somewhere at the Houston Conventional Center in downtown Houston. And also we have about 696 people in suburban high schools that is being housed there temporarily. And also we have, of course, people spread out all over Houston for people doing the airborne, people basically volunteering their space, and churches that open their doors to house people as well. So the number, is still huge. It's still a large number, but the good news is that it's decreasing slowly because all these are just temporary housing. So for those that lost their homes to Hurricane Harvey, they're gonna have to basically face the devastations very soon. And there's a lot of people at the shelter right now that are very worried. Some are depressed, some are complaining about some. But the question is, what can we do to help? I know we're doing what we can right now, but the help we can't stop helping right now because they're still going to be there for a long time. We're talking about 32,000 people just in one location. So apart from, everyone else they're spread out throughout Houston's and everywhere, supporting cities. So please, however you can help, please, let's continue to help these people. It's not just monetarily, but money, of course, money goes a long way, but For these people, sometimes money can't fix what they, all the problem they're going through right now, and money cannot solve their butts, and money cannot solve what they think they're worrying. But by us basically sending a nice letter, greeting card, basically expressing how we feel and how we're praying for them, that can help me make it a little bit more bearable. So I'm gonna be continue to talk about this every day, because it can never be too much. So if you still want to donate, if you still have spare clothing that you want to donate, please go to your neighborhood or local organization that are receiving donations for Hurricane Harvey, and basically donate there. You can donate anything: slippers, greeting cards, teddy bears, water. Again, water, because that's the main thing that they're running out of. Even Walmart all over is running out of water these days. Isn't that funny? So, but we know why they're running out of water. But they need your help. Let me get back on track. They need your help. However we can help, let's continue to help them. And a lot of people, I talked to one of my family member in Houston today. It says it's like pitch black in the area where it is staying at. So I'm calling on everybody, all these solar companies. They say there's renewable energy like myself. So if you have renewable energy company out there, this is the time to support. Yes, talk to FEMA, and all the local support organization on the ground, and see how you can actually help. If it's generator, we have solar generators, we have solar lighting that doesn't even need electricity, that can actually give them some lighting. So different ways to help. I'm just brainstorming here based on my personal experience. So, and I know we have companies out there, and some of these companies probably are not in operational, but there are a lot of renewable energy companies all around that can actually help support as well, and see how you can help, put electricity in the Houston area, at least temporary, until they can actually fix their grid. All right. And that is all I have tonight. But before I go, one thing that I always say is that if you are still in the Houston area, or if you know anyone is in the Houston, Texas area that is still stranded at home with water and don't know where to go, if you know them and you have a cell phone, please, on their behalf, you can actually send a text message with the word shelter and the zip code of their locations to 4 FEMA. That is 43362, and you will receive a message back on the closest shelter to that locations that you can call for them to come rescue. I know they're still rescuing people up to today. I believe earlier today they said about 72 people were rescued and evacuated out of their house. Imagine that. This is like after week plus, people are still being evacuated out of their house. So I know there are still people in their house right now don't know what to do because they don't have means of communication. Please, however we can help. If you're local on the ground, if it's like knocking on the door and say, is anyone home? If it's safe enough to do that, please let us do that, and let us try and rescue everybody that we can and get them to a safe place. All right. Thank you again. Trina, how are you? Wow. Long time no see. It's good to see you. And thank you all for joining me. Please share this video. I'm going to have this on YouTube by noon tomorrow. I always do it. So I have all the video that I've been doing since day one on YouTube right now for you to view and share with people. I want to share this people with, people in Houston, Texas as well, people at the shelter, because some of the information that I'm putting out are actually valuable to them, people on the ground, and also people that have family members out there. So thank you again, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, and thanks for watching my day 8 30 days challenge. Bye-bye.